Pim, 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 pim. Let me see the audio, or more like, see, let me hear the audio. Let me organize myself based on how is everything going. Is it okay? Yes, okay, it is okay. Okay, now. I shouldn't be forgetting about anything, right? I will go fucking crazy if I forgot about something. So, transition, anyways. How is it that we are once again reading this book? This very wild back of ideas, my man. Anyways. Yes. We're back with the beautiful Mahabharata. Another night we find ourselves congregated to... This is the second fucking apple that I ate, and that has not the fucking trunk on the... What the fuck is going on? Why? Who is going one by one removing the fucking trunks of the apples? Who is trolling me? Who the fuck is playing their cards this way? Who should I shoot in the head? No, sorry. Anyways, after getting back from this tiny moment of anger, only subduing to the desires of angriness, nothing else, I am really going to say that we are finally back. We are so well. We are better than ever before, because now we do not have to deal with fucking internet problems in the case of these things being real. So yeah, we are back basically. As always, also sorry. Hello dear lurkers, hello dear bot watchers, hello everyone, hello. We are context was... we're on the Mahabharata as always. We're on the Mahabharata, we left it, Canto 78, basically. The whole backstory is Kacha, who was, I think it was a deva, one of the main devas, went to learn one of the main techniques made, or well, the only technique created to revive the undead. And basically, after going through a very comedic experience, we're now back into the reality itself, where we see and we analyze how his, so to speak, his life goes on. And more than anything else, I think from Canto 78 onwards, it becomes not only about Kacha, as it was kind of very focused before, but we finally start to see the whole preparation for the Devas and the Asuras to fight once again. Was it Asuras? I don't remember. Anyway, no, yeah, there it is. Devas are certainly that they can vanquish the Asuras. Yes, there it is. The Devas versus the Asuras. So basically we're seeing how all of this stuff progresses. And well, I don't think I have anything else to add. So before really starting, let's also initiate ourselves in the partaking of the beautiful apple, because eating an apple can never be bad. So well, this time for real, let me start from where we should always start. Canto 78. Mahabharata continued. By Sampayana said, indeed, the Celestials are overjoyed that Kacha has acquired the Sanjivini Vidya. Immediately, he teaches them the secret science of bringing the dead back to life, and the Devas are certain that they can vanquish the Asuras in battle. Gathering around Indra of 100 Mahayagnas, they cry to him, "The time is here to show our might. Kill your enemies, O Purandara." Indra Mahavat roars, "So be it," and goes forth with his celestial army. On his way, he sees some lovely woman bathing in a lake in the shard gardens of the Gandharva Chitraratha. Becoming invisible, he quickly mixes up the woman's clothes, which they have arranged neatly on the bank of the lake. When the woman finishes bathing, it happens that Brishaparvan's daughter, Sarmishta, mistakenly wears Devayani's clothes. Devayani is furious. She cries at Sarmishta. Asaputri, daughter of Anashura, you are my Sishya, my inferior. How dare you wear my clothes? You are presumptuous, and no good will ever befall you. Hello, Ronspo. Stone. Sarmishta flashes back. Your father is like a hired chanter of praises. A Babri in my father's court. He fawns over my father, while Brishaparvan sits at his ease or even lies stretched out upon his couch. You are just the daughter of a singer of the praises of my father, and one who lives on alms besides. My father, on the other hand, is the king whose praises your father sings. He is a giver of alms, not a receiver. You're a beggar's daughter, and a beggar yourself. Swear at me, if you like. Swear to be my enemy. Cry in anger, I do not care. You live by the arms of my father, and I can harm you if I choose, but not you me. You want to pick a fight with me, but I do not consider you my equal, beggar. Devayani is beside herself. She runs at Sarmishta and tries to tear her clothes from her body. The Ashura princess passes her into a well and goes home, fuming, believing that she has killed her friend, and quite pleased with what she has done. Nahuya's son, Yayati, is out hunting nearby. His horses are tired and thirsty, and so is he. He sees the well and rides up to it, peering over its edge. He sees it is shallow and dry, but he also sees a young woman inside who is bright and beautiful as a flame, her skin shining like a goddess. Gently, he says to her, "Who are you? Your fingernails gleam like varnished copper, and the jewels in your earrings are not of this world. Why are you crying? How did you fall into this well covered with grass and reeds? Say, slender-waisted beauty, whose daughter are you?" Devayani replies, "I am the daughter of Shukra, who gives life again to the Asuras that the Devas kill in battle. My father does not know what has happened to me. O king, you are well-born, well-bred and noble. Great are your prowess and your frame. Here is my right hand. Its nails, as you say, like varnished copper. Take my hand and pull me out of the well." King Yayati hears that she is a Brahmana's daughter, and he draws her out of the well by her right hand. He gazes for a long moment at her long and fine legs, her soft thighs that are exposed. Then, bowing and smiling at her, he goes back to his capital. When Yayati has gone, Devayani sees her Sakhi Ghurnika, who has come in search of her. Sobbing, Devayani tells her what has happened, how Sarmishta pushed her into the well and left her for dead. "Tell my father everything, Gurnika, and tell him that I will never enter Brishaparvan's city again." Trembling with rage, Gurnika stamps back into the Ashura's palace and finds Shukra there. Her mind clouded by anger, Gurnika says to Kavya, "Great Brahmana, Brishaparvan's daughter insulted Devayani in the woods and even tried to kill her. Shukra, who dotes on Devayani, hurries to the woods, and when he sees his daughter, he clasps her in his arms, his voice choking. The wise Shukra, Bhargava says, "My child, whatever fortune or misfortune befalls any of us is because of our own karma. You must have seen that sometime, and this has been the retribution and expiation for you." What a fucking load, LMAO. What the fuck? Her eyes still full of fire, Devayani replies, "Retribution or not, listen to me, father. Listen to what Brishparavan's daughter Sarmishta dared say to me. Her eyes red as plumes, She says viciously that you, oh my father, are only her father Vrishaparvan's hireling, a chanter of his praises, a mere bhakti. She said, you are just the daughter of a singer of the praises of my father, and one who lives on alms besides. My father, on the other hand, is the one whose praises your father sings. She's a giver of alms, not a receiver. You're a beggar's daughter, and a beggar yourself. Not once, but many times she said this to me. This arrogant princess, her eyes burning. Father, if what she says is true, and I am indeed the daughter of a hired chanter of praises, of one who lives on alms, then I must offer worship to Sarmishta and hope to receive her grace. What? Shura says, Devayani, you are no daughter of a hard adorer, and neither do I take alms or receive gifts. You are the daughter of one who worships none but is worshipped by everyone. Vrishaparvans knows this, as do Indra and Yayati also. The ineffable Parabrahman, the ultimate and sovereign Godhead, is my support and strength. Brahma himself has said that I am the master of all things in heaven and earth. I send down the rains, Devayani, to nourish all creatures and green plants, to nurture everything that lives. Thus, Shukra tries to console his distraught daughter. Yeah, Lema. Very, very short. Then, I wanted to watch this particular thing, in this case. It should be here. My child, whatever fortune or misfortune befalls any of us is because of our own karma. You must have sinned at some time, and this has been the retribution and expiation for you. This means, or this refers, so to speak, to the concept of doing it in this life, because something that is very important to take into consideration is how these guys and how this whole religion likes to really talk about the idea, or the, more than anything else, the reality of of reborning. That is, so in this case I ask myself, are we referring to the act of sinning in this actual life, or the act of sinning not only in this life but also probably on others, on ones that came before, the one we're actually, so to speak, living? Because karma is carried around, so to speak. When you are reborn, you always have your karma with you. It isn't that your karma gets completely refreshed, so to speak, every single reborning that you have, until you attain enlightenment and you end up going to the heavens of the of the Hinduistic religion. So that's why in this particular case, what are we really talking about? It does not seem that clear, so I wouldn't have the possibility of really saying what we are manipulating in this case. But at the very same time, it also is very interesting to see that the concept of, even if in this case it means only things that happen in the past, or in the actual past of this life, even if it means that, it also is by itself very interesting, because we're still analyzing the concept or the possibilities of, so to speak, having to deal with the whole universe that lies in front of those who work themselves and those who really try to not have a bad karma in their actual life. Because in this particular manner, it does not only talk about the retribution, but also the expiation itself. So it is more like everybody will pay what they did while they are alive, and they will also overcome it, or I will guess in this same manner you will either overcome the retribution or you will break when it happens to you. So, in that manner, it is very interesting to play with this idea in this particular case. But wait, but well, it also is kind of interesting to analyze that not only this is being said, but also the whole, so to speak, reality that comes literally the next paragraph being Shukra, who dotes on the Bayani. No, sorry. I was reading something that I was reading the other paragraph, sorry, because I lost myself. Basically what it says, the Bayani replies, retribution or not, listen to me, father. Because in a sense, the child is negating what the father is telling her, in this particular case. So, I guess sometimes, I do not completely understand. I will, let me see, because it also got kind of mixed, the way that they communicate their whole idea. Let me see. Let me do a little bit of an skimming on the next. Why to read this? Okay, we will have to read the Canto 79 because it seems it is more philosophical than anything else. Because what I was trying to say is, I do not know if it is also a confirmation that you also have the, not the necessity, I will say. It is more, as always, it is only an example that it is given. You might take it as the way that you want. At the end of the day, you are the one who's reading the story, therefore you are the one who is also extruding what it means. But what I was trying to extrude in my particular case was, it might as well be a reality that sometimes you have to negate one side of the reality to go for the other, because not every single time you can justify that. Because you did something wrong in the past, you might as well not even try to fight against those things that will also happen in the future. So yes, kind of weird to see and to analyze. But anyways, continuing, because it, as I said before, Canto 79 seems very philosophical, so this will be a good ride, holy fuck. Hashtag hype. Canto 79. Somehow Parva continued. Vaishampayana said, Shukra continued. Devayanya, he who masters anger and learns to ignore the meanest words of his enemies, conquers all. The sages say that the true charioteer never gives slack to his reins. The true man or woman also never gives in to his or her anger. He who subdues his own anger conquers everything. A Mahatman always forgives, slugging off his fury as a snake does its skin. He or she who never yields to rage, despite being provoked by evil words or deeds, certainly finds Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. Between the man who ceaselessly performs penance and sacrifice every moon for 100 years, and he that never feels anger, the second is the superior. Children, boys and girls who do not know right from wrong, surely quarrel. The wise do not imitate them. The Vayani responds. Okay, give me a second because I want to take another bite of the apple. The Vayani responds. Father, I also know the difference between anger and forgiveness, and which is superior. But when a disciple is disrespectful, his guru should never forgive him if the master truly wants his shishya to mend. Therefore, I do not desire to live any longer in a country where evil has such sway. The wise who live in Dharma will not live among those that speak ill of noble birth and courteous conduct. Father, one should live where pure birth and noble conduct are both respected. Indeed, The rishis have said that this is the best kind of place in which to live. The vicious word of Brishaparvan's daughter burned my heart like dry fuel that men used to kindle a fire. Nothing in the three worlds is more wretched than for a man to adore his enemies when they are blessed with fortune and wealth, while he himself has known why the greatest sages have said that death is preferable for such a man. This seems more like a ping pong, so to speak, of ideas. So far, without concluding anything else, I would like to keep reading more. It seems really interesting so far, that I can really say without losing so much time. It really seems interesting because we are touching more than anything else the concept of you might as well have to accept that you never will find prosperity against those who literally throw stones at you. But at the same time, we need to keep going. It probably might be responded by the father because he seems to take one of the best, not the best, one of the most positive stances that anybody could take in life. That is, even if somebody is being really, so to speak, hatred driven towards you, you might as well not react or not give in to the anger yourself that you feel. So we'll see. Continue. Canto 80. Sanghaparva continua. Vaishnampayana said, "No, Shukrakapya, greatest of Bhargaravas, became angry. Having lost his temper, he wrote to Brishaparvan, and without weighing his words, says irritatedly, O king, like the very earth, sins do not bear fruit immediately, but gradually, secretly, they destroy the sinners. The fruit of sins are visited either upon oneself, one's sons, or grandchildren. Even for sin must bear fruit, like heavy food, it cannot be digested. You killed the Brahmana Kacha, Angira's grandson, a virtuous man, a knower of Dharma, again and again, while he lived in my asrama, my dutiful and loving disciple. O Brishaparvan, for this crime and for your daughter Sarmista's intolerable abuse of my daughter Devayani, I am going to leave you and your race. Why do you stare at me, O king? Do you think I am lying to you, or that I am a fool? I see that you want to make light of your sins rather than correct them and find some forgiveness." Very intense, man. Brishaparvan says, "O Bhargava, I have never said that you are a liar or tried to find any fault with you. Indeed, you are the very embodiment of Dharma and Satya, virtue and truth. I beg you be merciful to me. O Bhargava, if you actually leave us, we shall plunge down into the Patalas and dwell there in the depths of the ocean, for there is nothing else we could do." Very, very interesting idea. Shukra retorts, "Asuras, go to the bottom of the sea or fly and scatter in every direction. I do not care. I cannot bear to see my daughter grieve. She is more precious to me than my life. Why? My life depends on her. You must placate her. Even as Brihaspati always seeks the welfare of Indra, so have I always sought yours with my Tapasya Shakti." Brishaparvan says, "O Bhargava, you are the absolute master of whatever the Sura lords of this world possess, their elephants, cows, horses, and even myself." Shukra says, "If you speak the truth, then you will placate Devayani." Shukra goes and tells Devayani what Brishaparvan said, but she answers him, "Bhargava, father, if you are indeed the lord of the Sura king and all his wealth, let Brishaparvan come here and tell me so himself." Wait, oh, I think I kind of noticed. The other girl, Devayani, forgot to say basically the whole thing of the clothes were swapped, you know. Elemao. Let me continue. Breshaparvan comes to Devayani and says, "Lovely Devayani of the sweet smile, I will give you whatever you ask for, and whatever you want, however difficult it might be." Devayani says at once, I want Sarmishta with 1,000 shekels to attend on me as my handmaiden. She must also go with me to my husband's house, wherever my father chooses to give me. Brishaparvan says to a maid that waits on him, "Go and fetch Sarmishta's head at once." She will do as Devayani says from now. The Shakhi goes to Sarmishta and tells her, "Oh Sarmishta, come with me and save our people. Shukravarkava has threatened to leave the Ashuras unless Devayani is pacified. Princess, you have to become Devayani's handmaiden from now and serve her in everything." Sarmishta replies, "I will come happily. Shukra and Devayani must not leave the Ashuras through any fault of mine. I will become Devayani's handmaiden." I was thinking a little bit what, obviously also doing some appellating, but okay. We will leave the conclusion. Yeah. We're very close to finishing this part. So, conclusion after we're done with this. At her father's command, Sarmishta emerges from her father's great palace in Palanquin. With 1,000 of her Shakhis, she folds her hands to Devayani and says, "These 1,000 girls are all your servants, and I will follow you wherever your father gives you away." Devayani replies tartly, "I am the daughter of one who chants your father's praises and lives by the alms that your father gives him. You, Sarmishta, are the daughter of one who praises my father's sins, who gives alms to my father. How can you become my servant?" Sarmishta murmurs, "One must always serve one's family and one's race, and I will do as my father asks happily. I will be your handmaiden and go with you wherever you are given in marriage." When Sarmishta says this, Devayani turns to Shukra and says, "Father, greatest of Brahmanas, I am satisfied. I know now that your power and your wisdom are not in vain. I will enter the Ashura city again." Happily, Shukra goes back into Brishaparvan's city and the Danavas all worship him, their guru, devoutly. Okay then, conclusion. Let me take a bite of the apple. In this case, yes, it cannot not feel weird, so let me say this. It seems more than anything else that matters, or that what really matters, is the act of comprehending that it is in the hands of those who receive harm to notice how they are going to respond. Because even if you yourself are not driven by hatred, you always have the possibility of having a great comeback than simply pardoning those who did you bad, so to speak. So yes, the most deepest meaning in this case is weird, because I guess, okay, from a psychological point of view, I would say like this: even if you yourself do not give in to hatred, you might as well let the hatred exist in you, analyze how it makes you feel, and see if the kind of action that the hatred plans on you and the seed of hatred itself might be worth paying attention to. Because in this case, the daughter, which name was it? Devayani basically noticed that she had the possibility of really getting back at the one who tried to kill her. So she might as well have done that in a manner that in this particular case isn't really full of hatred, because she decided to calm herself down and rather do it, as I said before, consciously of her actions, instead of, as the own book says, being hatred driven. So yes, interesting message. Continuing, sorry. Canto 81, Sanjava Parva continued. By Sampasiana continued. Some weeks pass. Then Devayana goes to the same woods to take her pleasure there. She goes with Sarmista and 2,000 Shakhis attending on her. Happy together, the young woman roam freely through the charmed garden of Chitrarata, drinking nectar from flowers, feasting on rare and delicious fruit. Joy goes with them. Yahusha's son Yayati, out hunting deer again, arrives there once more, tired and thirsty again. That king sees Devayani, Charmista, and the other Sakshis, all wearing unearthly ornaments and full of voluptuous. What the fuck? And full of voluptuous languor because of the flower wine they have drunk freely. Devayani, the most beautiful among them, her smile dazzling, her skin the softest and fairest, lies stretched upon some lush grass, while Sarmista gently massages her feet. Apple. Yayati sees all this and says to the two of them, "Lovely ladies, tell me your names and whose daughters you are. It seems to me that these 2,000 handmaidens all attend on the both of you." Devayani answers him, "Manavotama, best of men, I am the daughter of Shukra Bhargava, the Asura Guru. This is my Sakhi and my handmaiden, Sarmishta. She attends on me wherever I go, and she is the daughter of Brishaparvan, king of the Asuras." Yayati wants to know, "How is the lovely princess, your handmaiden? I marvel at this." I marvel at this. Holy fuck, sometimes I already read incorrectly so badly. Anyways, Devayani replies, "Fate is responsible for everything that happens. Do not marvel, because fate has made Sarmista my handmaiden. By your face and from your attire, you seem to be a king. You speak chastely and nobly. Your language is of the Veda. Who are you? Whose son? And where have you come from?" Yayati says, "While I was a brahmachari, I heard and studied all the Vedas. I am known as Yayati, a king's son and a king myself." Devayani asks, "King, why have you come here? To gather lotuses, to fish, or to hunt?" Yayati says, "Lovely one, I have been out hunting deer and felt thirsty. I came looking for water. I am exhausted, but say a word and I will leave." Devayani answers, "Leave. My 2,000 Sakhis and my handmaiden Sarmista are here to serve you. I ask you to become my friend and my lord, and may fortune be with you." Yayati replies, "Beautiful Devayani, I do not deserve you. You are the daughter of a Brahmana, Shukra Bhargava, and you are immeasurably my superior by birth. Your father cannot give you away even to the greatest king." This motherfucker isn't calling himself the greatest king, right? No, he isn't. Okay. For a moment, I Out of nowhere, it felt so incredibly egotistical, even more from this book that tries to make the gods be calm-minded almost all the time, aside from when they really get out of control. Devayani replies, Brahmanas have married Kshatriyas before, and Kshatriyas have married Brahmanas. Your father is a Raharishi, and so are you, son of Nahusha. Marry me. But Yayati says, Most beautiful one, it is true that the four Varnas sprang from the same body, but their dharma and natures are not the same. The Brahmana is the purest and the highest of the four. Devayani says, No man other than you has ever touched my hand before. You took my hand once and I asked you to take me for your queen. For how will another man ever touch this hand which you, Arharishi, have touched? Yayati says, The wise know that a Brahmana is more dangerous than an angry snake or a blazing fire and must be avoided. What the fuck? Literally, what Devayani is going to say. Says Devayani, Purushari Shabha, why do you say that a Brahmana should be avoided like an angry snake or a blazing fire? The king replies softly, The snake kills one person, even as the sharpest weapon does, but an angry Brahmana consumes whole cities, whole kingdoms, in a moment. Therefore, bashful one, O Brahmana, is more dangerous than a snake or fire. I cannot marry you unless your father gives you to me. Devayani says, I have chosen you to be my husband, and you are saying that you will take me for your wife if my father gives me to you. Fear nothing, and you will not even have to ask my father for my hand. Devayani dispatches one of her Sakhis to her father to tell him everything. As soon as he hears what has happened, Shukra arrives in Chitraratha's garden and sees Yayati, who worships him reverently and then stands with folded hands, awaiting the great Bhargava's command. Devayani says, Father, this is the son of Nahusha. He took my hand and saved me when I was in the well. I give me to him to be his wife, for I will not marry any other man. Shukla exclaims, Splendid Kshatriya, my daughter wants you for her lord. I give her to you freely. O son of Nahusha, take her for your wife. The cautious Yayati says, O Brahmana, I want your blessing that I shall be spared the sin of begetting a half-bred child upon her. Shukra says, I will absolve you of the sin. Do not be afraid to marry my exquisite child. Keep her well, and may you enjoy transports of joy in her company. You must also look after every need of the other young woman, Vrishabharvan's daughter, but you must never call her to your bed. Yayati circumambulates the Brahmana in Pradikshina, and he marries Devayani with every auspicious ritual prescribed in the Shastras, honored by the great Shukra and his disciples the Asuras, receiving in some joy the precious Devayani and her Sakhis, Sarmishra and the other 2,000. Yayati returns to his kingdom at Shukra's behest. And okay, give me a second because I need to go throw the apple cart. So give me just a moment. I need to do this. So please be patient with me. Okay. Okay. It will probably be like 1 or 2 minutes excursion because I will also go to the bathroom. So I might as well play some ads to. Oh, okay, we're back. Just in case, let me once again test the audio because I'm kind of insecure, specifically tonight, taking into consideration that I have been trying to see if everything with the audio is good, is fine, is working. I do not know if it will be working in general or not, so let me do a little bit of. I didn't change the scene. Ah, I didn't. Fuck. Very good play from my side. Anyways, let me delete this. At the very least, I didn't change it into the incorrect thing. So, anyways, continuing. Canto 82 somehow Barba continued. By Sampayana said, Yayati returns to a joyous welcome from his people. His capital is like Indra's city, and he brings his wife Devayani into his private royal apartments in his Antapura. Devayani then asked her husband to build a fine mansion for Sarmishta and her 1,000 Shakhis in the Asokavana in the palace garden. Yayati has such a mansion built in quick time and spares no effort in seeing to Sarmishta's every comfort and luxury. Nuhusha's regal son dallies only with Devayani, even like a deva, for many years in perfect bliss. Then, one day, Devayani conceives and gives birth to a fine son. 1,000 more years pass, for the beings of those days are far longer lived than in these dwindling times. They are indeed like goats in their years and their days and nights. And Brishaparvan's daughter, Sarmishta, attains puberty reality and becomes that she is in season. She becomes anxious. My season has come, but I have not taken a husband. Whatever shall I do? My body yearns for a strong man and to have his child. Devayani has become a mother and my yacht seems to be doomed. Shall I take Devayani's husband for my own and bear his child? Yes, that is what I will do. I will ask to meet him in private and the great king will not refuse me. Is this trolling? Berisha Parvan. What the fuck are we doing? As fate is mysterious, just as she is thinking those forbidden thoughts, Yayati strolls through the Asokavana aimlessly. He sees Sarmishta appear from behind a tree and stop in his track. She stands silently before him, a flush on her fair cheeks. He sees how her womanhood has bloomed, smiling bewitchingly. Now that she is alone with him and nobody watching them, she folds her hands and says, "Oh, son of Nuhusha, I have heard that no one can see the women who live in the private chambers of Soma, Indra, Yama, Varuna, and in yours, O king. You know, Yayati, that I am well born and beautiful as well. I have seen you gaze at me. I am in my season, O Rahan. I beg you let my womanhood not be wasted. Make a mother of me." Yayati replies, Holy fuck, I wasn't even paying attention. Yes, I was literally reading. Sorry. Hello, Winko. Welcome back. I was yes, continuing with this beautiful book. Yes, give me a second. Give me just a second. Here. Transition to here. There it is. Now I can pay complete attention. What are we talking about? Yeah. Yes, I am going to get another. I already made your. I forgot to say it. I forgot to announce it on the Twitter and all of that. But which one? I don't know. I don't know. Give me a second. That I check. This marker here. Basically, what happens? I already bought it because I will also have to go tomorrow and do the whole. What is it? The actual reimbursing of the offset that I already bought. 138 USB. That is the level. Lavalier. I don't even know what is anything of this means. Let me see. Lavalier USB 138. It is one of those that you can, clip to the clothes, basically. Okay, you find lavalier, yes. You USB type, basically, and yes. I hope it has better quality. I don't know if better quality than what I have already, because supposedly this actual one had not so much of a bad audio as I thought it had, but we will see anyways. So far, this new mic is better than the other one, or the last one that I have been using, because the other also had some popping. As I said before, the headphones themselves really like to lag, so I had to find a solution in the short term while I was getting a new microphone and all of that. And not only that, on the other hand, the new microphone should supposedly arrive the next week or something like that. And it was also, just in case, it was in a discount as always. Black Friday, therefore offers, therefore cheap prices. I think it was like 20% discount or something like that. Beautiful discount. Not so pricey. And also, sorry, I think I kind of skipped over it, but hello hello, Dempa and hello, Winko. sorry for not saying hello itself. So late into the whole response. But well, anything else? Nothing else? If nothing else is there, I shall as well try to continue with my beautiful book. Which what the fuck? Which scene was I was using? What? I just at a random element. There it is. Here we are. Gegete replies, I know very well how nobly born you are, in the proud race of the Danavas, and you are beautiful almost past compare. Why, I see no hint of any flaw in your face or your form. It is true that I desire you powerfully, but you also know what Usana's command was when I married his daughter, that I should care for you your every need, but I will never summon Brishaparvan's daughter to my bed. Sarmista says, O king, it is said that it is no sin to lie in jest about a woman a man wants to enjoy, to be married to when in mortal danger, and if one's entire fortune is about to be lost, a man who lies about these five incurs no sin. Devayani and I have both come here for your pleasure, and you have sworn to do everything in your power to please us both. When you said that only she would come to your bed, you lied, O king. What? Says Shamista archly. Yayati replies, a king should always be an example to his people. A king who lies will certainly sin and find his destruction. As for me, I dare not lie, even if the greatest calamity threatens me. Says Sarmishta, Rahan, a woman can look upon her dear friend's husband as being her own. A friend's marriage is one's own. You have married my friend, and by doing so you have married me. You are my husband too. Besides, you did swear to do everything in your power to keep me happy. Yayati says, doubtfully, I have indeed sworn to give you whatever you want. Tell me what I should do? Sarmista then says, save me from sin, Yayati, father a child in me, and let me fulfill a woman's highest dharma of becoming a mother. I am Devayani's slave, and you are her lord and master. You are my lord and master too, as much as you are of hers. I beg you, make love to me, great king, and make me a mother. So enticing is that Yayati allows her to persuade him. There beneath an asuka tree, he grants her wish. When he has made love to her several times, they part affectionately, Sarmishta returning to her mansion and Yayati to his palace. The lovely Sarmishta conceives and in due course gives birth to a child as splendid as a Deva child, his eyes as long as lotus petals. There was something that I wanted to... Here. Let's say like this. Woman's highest dharma. Basically. Nothing else to add. There it is. Bow. Bow. Canto 83. Mahabharata continued. By Sampayana said, when the Devayani hears that Sarmishta has had a baby, envy stings her like a serpent. O Bharata, Devayani goes to Sarmishta and says angrily, you have sinned, lustful woman. Sarmishta replies, a rishi of great dharma and a knower of the Vedas came here and I asked him to grant me a boon and father a child on me, for I was in my time. In dharma he did as I asked and this child is his. But, Devayani said, if this is true, then you have not seen, but tell me the name and gotra of the Brahmana, if you know them. What? What? Okay. They need something. Why is Sarmishta capable of lying to everybody so swiftly? Aren't these fucking demigods? What? Well, anyways, Okay. Sarmishta says, he is as splendid as Surdyadeva. Seeing him was enough. I felt no need to ask for his name or gotra. Calming down, Devayani smiles. Well, if this is true and you have a child by a noble Brahmana, I have no reason to be angry with you, but to rejoice. They embrace and spend some time together happily, talking and laughing. Then Devayani returns to her palace. Rajan, Yayati also begets two sons, Yadu and Turbasu, upon Devayani, and they are like Indra and Vishnu. And that Ragarishi fathers three sons on Vrishabharman's daughter Sarmishta, Darayu, Anu, and Puru. One day, Devayani and Yayati go walking in a secluded part of the Asokavana. Suddenly, they see three children of unearthly beauty playing there innocently. Devayani asks in surprise, whose children are these, Rajan? Who are so handsome that they seem like a Deva's son? Why, they are as resplendent and beautiful as you are. Without waiting for his reply, Devayani goes up to the trusting children and asks, who are you? Who is your father? The children point at Yayati and say their mother is Dharmishtra. They then run to their father and lovingly hug his legs. Yayati dares not caress them back before Devayani, but stand as if stone to stone, crying that he ignored them. The boys run to their mother. But Devayani follows them and rounds angrily on Sarmishta. You have betrayed me, you have lied to me, even being my friend and dependent on me. How did you dare, Sarmishta? This is your Ashura nature, to lie. Sarmishta says, sweet friend, I did not lie to you. What I said about the splendid Rishi is true. I have done nothing to break Dharma and I do not fear you. When you chose the king to be your husband, so did I in my heart. My beautiful Devayani, my dear friend's husband is one's own as well. You are the daughter of a great Brahmana and I love and respect you, but I love and revere the Rajarishi even more. Devayani now turns on Yayati. You have betrayed me and I will not live here anymore. Her tears flowing from her eyes, red with rage. She turns and walks away. Alarmed and sorry for her, Yayati goes after her. But try as he will to pacify her and persuade her to not leave, she will not listen. Soon enough, she goes before Shukra, the son of Kavi, with Yayati right behind her. Devayani folds her hands to her father and takes the dust from his feet. Yayati... What the fuck, how they got lost? Okay. Yayati does the same, worshipping the Bhargava. Then Devayani sobs. Father, Adharma has vanquished Dharma. The lowly have scaled great heights and the noble have fallen. This king Yayati has fathered three sons of Vrishabharman's daughter Sarmishta, while I, my father, has just two. O Bhargava, Yayati is famed for his knowledge of Dharma, but I say to you, O Kavya, he has left the path of righteousness. Shukra says angrily, Kshatriya, you have embraced vice. True, you know Dharma in every nuance. I curse you that infirmity paralyzes you. Yayati says, Holy One, Tirana's king's daughter asked me to make her womanhood fruitful while she was in her season. I only did as she asked from a sense of Dharma and not from any wantonness or lust. The man who will not beget a child or a woman in her season, who asks him, is called an embryo killer by those that know the Vedas. Oh, Bhargava, when a man is approached by a woman in her time, full of desire, and he refuses her, surely he is a sinner, and went to Sarmishta in Dharma and not from lust. Shukra replies, son of Nahusha, you should have first asked me and awaited my command. What you did is betrayal of Dharma, as well as theft. I curse you to lose your yacht and become an old man. At once, Yayati becomes old and decrepit. Yayati says, Bhargava, I am not yet satisfied with my manhood nor with being with Devayani. I beg you, withdraw your curse. Shukra answers, I can never lie. Even now, O king, my curse is upon you, but you can, if you wish, exchange your decrepitude for the yacht of another. Yayati says, Brahmana, say that whichever of my sons gives me his yacht and takes me age shall be my heir and have great virtue and fame. Shukra replies, so be it. Think of me, O son of Nahusha, when you exchange your age for your son's yacht, and he shall be your heir. Have a long life, universal fame, and many children. Very well. Very, very well. Canto 84. Wait, how much I have been going already? Because I kind of need to do things. Yeah, there it is. I had transition, and we're going back to here. It was beautiful to keep reading this book, but also I have things to attend. So let me as well end it here. As always, beautiful book, beautiful readings, beautiful messages. Well, not beautiful in the sake of being full of truth, but rather beautiful because they are by themselves interesting to keep reading. So we might as well try to find somebody to read and get done with this so far. Yeah. Beautiful apple also, yes. The apple itself was completely amazing. I cannot lie, it is enjoyable as its highest, and even more than anything else, the action of the apple being eaten is so swift, so great. I think the more I ponder on the apples, the more I enjoy them, so great with the apples. Now, well, I am kind of sleepy, so sorry if I already said it. Let me find somebody to write. Sorry, I am repeating myself. It is already 2 a.m. here. I need to wake up at like 7:30 of today, not even tomorrow. It is already too late that I need to do that. So let me find somebody and leave here as fast as possible. Meanwhile, as always, while I choose somebody, let me also say, this was another beautiful session. This was another beautiful day to keep reading, to keep pondering, to keep analyzing things. So I won't even try to lie. I am completely delighted by the whole actions that we keep taking here in this path, and keep also finding enjoyment on every single thing that we do. So we might as well be grateful from the messages, from the lessons, from everything that we have here. Before really saying thanks to everybody, let me just get a little bit nervous because I didn't have an alert for raids, and I should work on specifically that fucking shit. But after doing some tiny whiny course, now for real, let me go to other things that are more meaningful, such as saying, as always, thanks for being here, thanks for hearing, thanks for watching the VOD, thanks for lurking, thanks for whatever it was. It is always a pleasure to keep going with this whole endeavor. We will see each other in the next occasion. We will find ourselves crossing our paths in life once again, be it whatever mean the destiny chooses, and we will, as always, enjoy whatever ends up making this a reality, because this was a great night, and this was a beautifully advancing night, not only in knowledge but also in happiness. That is always the final objective. Now, for real, with the part right now. Thanks for everything. We will see us in the next occasion.